Hey everybody, Arkham here, and today's video is going to be the top 8 multiplayer maps to be remade for Halo Infinite. So these are the ones that I'd like to see brought back. From my understanding, 343 has stated in the past that they aren't interested in putting any remakes into Halo Infinite. They're just going to do some sort of spiritual successors and not direct ones like Lockout to Guardian. It just seems like they're going to take certain themes from past maps and try and recapture those with new maps. I think that's a missed opportunity. As much as I'm liking the maps in Halo Infinite, I find it to be a real bummer not to get any remakes at all. It breaks tradition dating back to Halo 2. Each Halo sequel has featured at least one remake. Halo 2 had 6, Halo 3 had 5, Reach had 1, and it had 6 additional ones from Combat Evolved's anniversary. Halo 4 had 2 remakes, and then an additional 7 from the Halo 2 anniversary. And then Halo 5 had the least amount overall, and that was only 2 remakes. So we're seeing kind of a trend where 343 just aren't as big of a fan of doing it, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, it seems with Infinite, they're not as interested in doing so. So I don't get that at all. It's always been awesome to see a new spin put on an old favorite map. So I hope they reconsider, especially if this game is to last for 10 years. That's a long time. And to not get any old favorites brought back, yes, we're going to have Forge and people will make some of these maps, but it's not quite the same and it doesn't have the same kind of polish as well as theme variety and potential as an official map does. So I hope we see at least a few make it into Halo Infinite at the end of the day. That being said, let's go ahead and get to the countdown. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment below. All that fun, crazy, typical YouTuber stuff. So let's get to the countdown. First up at number 8 is Sword Base. Overall, I thought Halo Reach's map offerings were pretty generic, and I think that was an overall opinion amongst the community, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time, although I used to go to the Bungie forums and see what everybody was talking about. In general, I didn't care so much for Halo Reach's map sets, largely due to just them being taken from campaign environments, I believe. So when you compare them to those of Halo 2 and Halo 3, they just aren't as memorable, in my opinion. If I never play another game on Boardwalk, I will be very happy. That was a very boring map to play on. It was taken like right out of Call of Duty, and I don't hate Call of Duty by any means, but that's what it felt like. It did not seem like an Halo map. So yes, don't want to see that one again. But on to the actual one we're talking about. So one of the better ones I thought was Sword Base. I think with people not being able to just jetpack their way around the varying levels, completely disregarding the layout of the map, I think it would make the map flow that much better, actually. I especially think it would work well with the equipment pickups in this game, such as the more limited grapple shot, or imagine repulsoring someone down to force them to climb all the way back up, or even using the threat sensor in that lift room that everybody would camp in. Send the sensor up so you can see who's camping in there ahead of time, or conversely, put the sensor down so you can see somebody that's coming up before they do. Yeah, I think that would be an awesome map to bring back and see a spin put on that and see what they do with it. And with the equipment, I think it could be a lot of fun. So that is my number 8. Next up on the list is number 7, and that is Halo 2's classic big team battle map, in my opinion, Terminal. We need some more asymmetrical options for things like One Flag, as well as eventual additions to the modes like One Bomb Assault and Infection. We know those are going to be added at some point. They even have symbols in the game for them already. I really liked how this played in Halo 2, and much like Sword Base and others on this list to come, I think it would really be complemented by the equipment pickups in this game, such as the grapple shot, repulsor, and thruster pack. Now picture this. The train is coming, and you repulsor someone into it and see them splattered into oblivion. Or you just spawned and your team is in trouble as they are pushing the enemy base to grab the flag. So what do? You gotta get there in time. As the train is passing, you grapple onto it for a quick cross map transportation. You grab onto the back of that thing and it keeps going, and your grapple never ends until you get to the other side of the map. That would be awesome. There's a lot of great possibilities with Terminal, and that's exactly why it is my number 7. Next up at number 6 is Narrows. Cross map man cannons exchanges with the add on of grapple shots, repulsors, and thruster packs. I know it's getting repetitive, but it sounds like a blast. It was a good map in Halo 3, and I think it has the potential to be even more fun in Halo Infinite Sandbox. You're going up. How many times have we all encountered where you both man cannon at the same time, hit each other, and then you fall to your death? What if, as you're going up into the man cannon, you repulsor them away, or you thruster to the side to make it over to the top mid, or you grapple shot over there, maybe grapple shot the icicle as it's falling down, and then do your jumping snipe. There's a lot of cool possibilities. I want to see it happen. Let's bring back Narrows. And number 5, we have another big team battle classic, this time from Halo 3, and it is Sandtrap. We are in desperate need of variety in biomes represented in this game, especially so on the big team battle side of things, which suffers from samey and sameness in terms of theme. Why not bring back this sand filled favorite? We do not need any more rocky, evergreen trees. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I don't need to see that stuff anymore. I see it when I go hiking. Let's get some sand. Let's get a desert going on. Let's get crazy with elephants again, bringing each base right next to each other for quick flag caps between the two. Tons of open vehicle warfare at its finest without strict lanes and clutter tight spaces as we currently have with the big team battle maps. I'd love to see what changes they'd make to spice it up and enhance the gameplay even further to fit Infinite Sandbox. No pun intended, of course. And number 4 is Construct. Man, so many fun memories on this map. I recall this being the first map I utilized in Vanilla Forge after Halo 3 launched, well before the real Forge as we know it came with Foundry and Sandbox later down the line, just so I could get great shots of the giant waterfall skybox for group shots with my friends or for desktop backgrounds. It was awesome. Not only does it feature a pretty unique layout in terms of map design, but it would go so well with the additions of the grapple shot and repulsor. We've got classic sentinels in campaign. Let's see them once again with Construct. At number 3, I picked High Ground. I love One Flag and One Bomb. I know I've mentioned that previously in this video, but it's true. It's such a different vibe than regular Capture the Flag or Assault, going all the way back to the Halo 3 beta. This map has always been a favorite of mine. It being a spiritual successor to Zanzibar, I'd like to see it finally return because we haven't had anything quite like it since. It was also one of my favorites to play an infection on, holding out in the base or the bunker, taking out infected until they broke through, forcing you to scramble. Just a fun and versatile map with great momentum defining moments involving getting that gate open and running the flag back to the beach or sneaking in the pipe to plant the bomb. It was always a good time. Let's see High Ground again, please. Number 2 on the list is a really popular one, and that's Guardian. Now, Lockout has been my favorite 4v4 map of all time, but with it being brought back twice already, easy for me to say, right? I think it's time we give some love to its spirit. Oh, wow, I'm just shitting the bed all over, just crap flying right out of my mouth. Its spiritual successor, Guardian. This was a great map in Halo 3 that was perfect for free for all, 2v2 and 4v4. It was a premier map for King of the Hill and Slayer. I think we really need a completely open, on all sides, floating map like this to really see the savagery of the repulsor at play. Mind the Gap is so much fun as it is. If you've done that and you sent people flying, you know how satisfying it is. Can you imagine running up to a team occupying the hill on the elbow and sending them all flying to their death? Plus, the gravity hammer has never felt better. Let's give it its original home back. It deserves it. It's amazing. Let's see Guardian brought back. We don't need Lockout for the 4th time. Let's see Guardian in Halo Infinite. Everybody wants it. And finally, the number one map that I want to see in Halo Infinite is my all-time favorite big team battle map. No, it's not Blood Gulch, it's not Coagulation, and it's not Zanzibar. I'm actually talking about Avalanche from Halo 3, formerly known as Sidewinder from Halo Combat Evolved. For my friends and I, Sidewinder was our Blood Gulch in Halo Combat Evolved LAN days. We'd spend all night playing Sidewinder together. We even set up tents in the backyard, brought out extension cables and TVs and Xboxes, and played from tent to tent. Just nonstop games on Sidewinder. It was a blast. So when they brought it back as DLC for Halo 3, I was over the moon excited. Somebody put together a compilation video right before it dropped of a bunch of cool gameplay on Avalanche set to the song of Symphony of the Devil by the Rolling Stones. It was an awesome video. I'm a sucker for snow maps, and although Snowbound grew on me a little bit over time, let's just say it was nobody's favorite back in the day. It always got voted over and vetoed for another map instead. So, in my mind, Avalanche was the quintessential snow map. It built upon everything I loved about Sidewinder and just made it better. Much like Sandtrap, it gives us some more variety in map themes, and I'd love to see what they do with it in Halo Infinite. So let's bring it in. Now, with all that said, that does it for my list of the 8 maps I'd like to see remade and brought back for Halo Infinite. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any maps that you'd like to see for remade into Halo Infinite, or maybe you don't want any remakes brought into Halo Infinite and you just want all fresh new maps. That's cool too. Whatever floats your boat, let me know what floats your boat down in the comments below. I am Arkham. Take care, everybody. I will see you soon.
Game over.